let's ride together. We can take the world now. Let's move together. We can spread the world now. Take you all over the globe and the end now. Aye, aye, aye. Together we can grow, we can climb the ladder. Together we can build, we be strong forever. Together we can fly, the battle is over. Aye, aye. We just the Jabulani, Hakuna Matata. We celebrated, no worries forever. Together we can take the world now. Let's move together. We can spread the world now. Take you all over the globe and the end now. Aye, aye, aye. Together we can grow.
Estimated to be over 800 years and located in the ancient town of Idanre, Ondo State, southwest Nigeria. The Idanre Hills is 15 kilometers southwest of Akure, the state's capital. Idanre Hills, with the highest peak, is reached by 667 steps, one of the wonders of nature and a marvelous tourist destination. It resides 3,000 feet above sea level and houses a unique ecosystem upon which the cultural landscape has integrated. The steep-sided hills is smooth and dome-shaped in nature. The hill was named after some historical figures in the social-cultural evolution of Idanre land to form an inspiring site, like the Olofin and the Orosun hills, named after the pioneer Oba, king of Oke Idanre, and his Olori queen, respectively. Idanre Hills has been enlisted on the prestigious UNESCO World Heritage List. Surrounding the Idanre Hills are other famous hills, the Agbagba Hill, the Carter Hill, the Ajimoba Hill, and the Ilesun Hill.
Said to be reached with the highest peak of 667 steps, it remains one of the wonders of nature. Idanre Hills is said to be 800 years old. It is located in the ancient town of Idanre Kingdom, Akure, Ondo State, southwest Nigeria. Join us as we explore this wonder of nature. Welcome to A Day in Your Neighborhood, and I am Chioma Chukwuduma.
To get to the top of the hill, one would have to climb 667 steps with 5 resting posts along the steps where one can take a rest.
Good day, sir.
You're welcome.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Okay, so my name is Chioma.
I'm on your by name. Be your tour guide.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so where are we right now?
Yeah, we are still there at the foot of the hills now, where Idanre people moved down to in 1928, or because of civilization. When you look at this feature now, then there's the signpost now. You can be able to see some visuals there. What is right up there? Are you getting me now? And where we are going to now? You know, this is where they call we are going to climb about 682 staircase.
Wow.
That is where the major work lies. That's what they call great steps. And from there, that is what is going to avail us a kind of opportunity to have access to a flat surface where we can be moving on freely from one place to another, just to be accessing the attraction spots where Idanre people settled down for several years. And they decided to move down in 1928, all because of civilization, just to have a kind of access to a modern ways of life. That is the reason why they made them to move down in 1928. And as you can see now, we have, Idanre Blessed Circle, welcome you to the tourist center of the ancient town, Oke Idanre. That is the particular environment where Idanre people settled down for several years, where they call Oke Idanre. Here is Odode Idore. The top,
So that means
and the
downside of the hill.
downside of the hills.
Okay.
Yeah, there are so many things we will be able to come across along the road and at the ancient town. We see the first primary school that was established in 1896, and something that has to do with the customary court. We have customary court. We have a priest. Yeah. Just like a normal way of life back then. There's customary court, native prison yard, something that has to do with the mausoleum where they normally perform the normal burial rites for their kings, and something that has to do with the Ojomo Street. There is a street up there. We have the stream, the source of the
things are on this
at the top. Yeah, everything is a normal surface. When we get to the top now, it will not look as if we're on top of a hill. Everything will be natural, as in normal environment. Are you getting me now? Just the way we are here now. Yeah.
Start climbing the staircase.
Yeah.
667 steps.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Very soon now we get to 75.
Woo!
We have started
I'm
already.
doing fine.
There are 5 fatigue breakers along the road.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what I mean by fatigue breaker is a resting point.
Resting point.
When you are tired, you can be able to sit down there. We move on again from there. And over here, this happens to be the first
one.
resting point. Where that our brother is turning on is 75.
Woo!
From the bottom step to this very point, 75. You can really see the environment now. This is the first resting point.
So one could come and...
Yeah. Actually, you can come here. You sit down. If you are assessing the hills, you are a little bit strong, and your people really want to go to the top. You can be here waiting for them. You sit down there, you relax, and some other thing.
While they go and...
While they can, yeah. You can come and meet you here.
Okay.
Good, fine. Where?
So, let's keep
Where? You are moving now? Yeah, this is number 7. This one is number 7. Yes. Conservation. Yeah, we are approaching the second resting point, you know. Okay. You know, like I told you, we have 5 resting points along the road. Now we avail a kind of opportunity to sit down and relax. And this happens to be the second resting point. Over here is a 225 staircase.
Wow,
225.
I'm doing
steps.
very well then.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we have like 4
from here
more to go.
Yeah, more like that. And from here, all the way from here now, you can be able to see a little view. As in the normal view, just a little view about where the Idanre people moved down to in 1928, or because of civilization. At least you can, if at all you cannot be able to see the normal everything, but here you can be able to see a bit out of the view. You know, you can see now this is where they call Odode Idore. Odode Idore, yeah. When we get to the tourist chalet, the Kata Hills, you know, the Kata Hills, when we get to that Kata Hills, it's about 3,000 feet above sea level. Then we can be able to see the clear view of the environment. You can see now what this one is trying to, what this one implies now in English language is the stop war.
Stop war.
Wow. You know, in those days, during the pre-colonial administration, Yoruba people have an existing political structure. You know, actually the forms of government there back then is somewhat decentralized. Okay. You know, where they have the position of Obashi, something that has to do with the Oyomesi, the kingmakers, the Are Ona Kakanfo in charge of warfare. Are you getting me now? In order to replicate something like that over here, that is the reason why they decided to map out this place as their security defensive post, where they can be able to checkmate the excess of invader. You can see just the way we are standing here now. Yes. We can be able to see the clear view of anybody coming from downstairs. Are you getting me? And if you are coming all the way from downstairs, they not discover that you are a stranger. This is where they are going to map as in checkmate you, not to have access to the ancient town. That is why they call it Daogulu spot, stop war. That is the meaning.
And in our quest to see the ancient town of Idanre, we had what somewhat felt like a hindrance, the rain. Instead, it made it more slippery and adventurous. In our bid to get away from the rain, we stopped over at one of the resting points. Still the rains persisted, and we were even more determined to make our way up. Flooded and slippery, we found our way to the chalet just by the end of the 667 steps.
So we're at the 50 resting point now. The 580 staircase. You know, that's where we are now. 580 steps. And that about to be the 50 rest. You can really see.
Oh,
now the breathing is changing.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah. This rain really helps a lot. Yep. You know, I mean, it's not raining now. It's going to be a little bit tougher than this.
Oh.
In terms of maybe if it is under hot weather. Always tough.
We're going to the final.
We are going to the
playground.
we are going to the 660 staircase now.
Okay, so we're going to finish the steps.
When we get to 660 staircase, at least we still have like 22 ahead.
Okay, so let's finish this.
Good and fine. Let's go.
So, what is going on? Is it a birthday? Is it a conference? Is it an event? Or is it a party? It doesn't matter what it is. The thing we're very sure about is the fact that you will get to talk about it on King's Chat, you will get to celebrate it on social media, and you will definitely put a hashtag to it. And then I come along and pick up every single thing that has a hashtag and celebrate it on your TV screen. Yes, guys, this is trending on Love Roll Plus. Trust me, social media has never ever been served this good. This is the place you want to be. This is trending, and I am always ready to bring social media to your TV screen. Now that's what's up.
Flooded and slippery, we found our way to the chalet. Here, tourists could stay as long as they wanted while they were on tour around the hill.
Wow.
About 3,000 feet above sea level.
So you're
Clearly.
saying I'm 3,000 feet above sea
Yeah,
level?
from that top, yeah. Yeah, approaching the tourist chalet.
Wow.
Now. About to be the Qatar Hill.
Jesus. This
Yeah.
is beautiful.
Yeah. Good.
Wow.
Good.
Yay! I'm on the hill finally.
Finally, we are here now. I told you this is the tourist chalet.
Okay.
All around there, it won't be properly maintained. You can listen now.
Yeah.
Actually, government, the new government now really promised to really do something about tourism,
it.
to reshape it, put it to the normal position. At least so that it's good to help some tourists that really want to stay around,
Yeah.
catch their fun, and move around to have the proper, as in proper information they are looking for, or any time they stay here. European came around in 1894. You know that is why they said this one is a Qatar Hills. Gilbert Qatar happened to be the one that led the delegation of the Europeans down to this place. The Christian Missionary Society that came around back then, 1894. That is the very building they used to welcome there.
Wow.
You can really see
on
now.
that one on that side.
Yeah, where there is smoke now. When you look at that direction, you will see there is a farmland there.
Yes.
There are, can you see plantain,
Yeah, I can see plantations,
plantain, and behind this particular rock also, there are some open land there where there are people are still farming. Are you getting me now? Where they came around in 1894, that is the very building they used to welcome there. Wow. And you can see now there's some part of it are still standing.
Yes.
No? You can really see it over there. And they happen to be the one that pioneered the establishment of the primary school in 1896.
So do we still have the building for the old primary school?
Yeah, we surely get there. The moment we are through with this place now, directly we are entering the Haitian town.
I've never been on like so much height before. But all these places that I'm seeing right now, are they all Idanre?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, their own local government, I think is the largest local government in the area of the large expanse of land. Yeah, that is what I mean. And when you check it out now, over here now, you get to understand that we are in a Qatar Hills. Yeah. And from here, we'll be able to see
the other hills.
Other hills. That the
Okay,
one
so
at the center,
this
the big
big
one,
one here.
the big one at the center.
Yes.
That is Ojimoba.
Ojimoba, where you have that food.
No, not at all.
Where?
The food is in Agagahi.
Ojimoba,
Ojimoba
was named after the king's security gate man.
Yeah. He happened to be the chief priest behind it is the one bearing that particular name. And he happened to be the descendant. He's the Osolo of Idore Kingdom. Happened to be the descendant of that particular Ojimoba. Okay. These are the ones that happen to be the Osolo of Idore Kingdom today, and they are the ones that normally perform the normal rite during the time of Orosun festival. As far as this environment is concerned, the Haitian town, there is Orosun rock, and over here this is Kata Hill, and the one up there that is Ojimoba, and the one up there this is Ilaro, where the sun sets from.
Wow.
Yeah, in Yoruba they call it Ilaoru, where the sun sets from. Are you getting me now? That's what you are saying.
That's the name of that hill.
Yeah, the one that have a mask on top of it now. That is Ilaru, and you can really see that what is is one of the high hill as far as this environment is concerned. It's about 4,005 feet above sea level. At least when you are at the top, you can be able to see the clear view of Akure. Are you getting me now?
Okay, so here we see the clear view of Idanre.
Yeah, here we'll be able to see
the
clear view of Akure. And as you can see now, this is the normal environment. The people that used to live up here before, today there is Odo de Idore. Today there is Ala de Idore. Today there is Atoshi Idore. Today there is Italuru Idore. And several villages under the Idore Kingdom. All of them settled down here. They used to live up here. Actually, we are still going there. They used to live up there. And in 1920, that is actually here they decided to move down.
Still with the ancient palace and other monumental tourist sites to behold on the hill, we came across the Thunder River.
I'm hearing the river is coming from somewhere. Where is this?
Yeah, this is... No. This is the first one. This happened to be the Thunder River.
Why is it called the Thunder River?
Good and fine. It's whenever they are taking their war, as in their soldier, to the war front in those days. This is where they normally put there to a physical and a kind of a spiritual test.
So
you will drink from the river, from the water. If you say you are satisfied, that shows you are free to go to the war front. But in another way around, you take from the river and from the water, you say you are not satisfied. It is very aggressive for such person to go back to the village. Because if you eventually go to the war front, such person is going to be key at the war front. Just to really know the set of people that can go to the war front and come back. In the case of Gideon, some soldiers get to that particular place and just they take their water and go. Yes. But some people just go there and squat and begin taking it as if they are in their convenient environment. That is where it now begins screaming that these people you can't go and something of such. Yeah, we are going this way. We are moving closer to the first primary school now.
The first primary school?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. We are approaching another historical environment now. Now this happens to be the first primary school in Idanre Hills.
So how old is this school?
Yeah. The school was founded in 1896.
That's
about 120 years ago. This happened to be the Higbore Elementary Primary School. And as you can see the structure now, I told you that the European came around, the team of the Gilbert Carter, actually it's the Gilbert Carter that led the team down to this place. And this happened to be one of the kind of a positive impact they decided to make in the environment. And you can really see the building is still standing. Look at the wall.
Yeah, it's sandy.
Wall pillar. Whenever there's a crack now, they will still make use of mud just to renovate it, just to retain the original structure, the way it was in those days. That's why it's not that maybe government cannot be able to procure the block and some other, but just to keep it and people can come around and see the way it was back then. That's why it's still like this. Igbore Elementary Primary School, 1896. You're welcome.
Okay, so
We are going to the ancient town now. You know, in those days, the school normally situate their school. Locate their school at the entrance of the community.
Okay.
No, I told you that what they always come all the way from that side, just to come at school here, and they closing hour they go back.
So
from here now, into the
community.
community. Arun River, the source of their water in those days. From Arun River, we turn back again to have access to the ancient palace before we take a U-turn.
Down.
We're coming back. We are in Chief Ojomu's house now. This happens to be Chief Ojomu's house. The one up there is over here is Chief Osolo house.
Solo house.
And there's one particular building where there's a small bush, not up the one. There's one here.
This one before.
That is the one, the Chief Elerile. And the one there is one with a notice up there.
board.
That is Chief Lawrence house. Are you getting me now? They have some role they play in the community. This happened to be one of the high chief in the community. So also high chief also, and he happened to be the representative of a king to the Orosun shrine. Whenever they are observing the Orosun festival every year. And so also that one, there are some certain rites he normally perform also. And equally, I told you that what there is this is what they normally use to test the male child. This particular stone, this is what they call a Akponkogbe. That is to say, bachelor cannot carry it. Whenever any male child wants to get married, that is where they will bring them down to, just to ask them to carry it one after the other. When you carry it to your chest, that shows you are capable of getting married. But if you're unable to take it to your chest, that shows automatically you are not.
That means you're not ready for marriage.
You try your luck again. Directly now we are moving down to the stream, as in the river. Arun River.
Another amazing sight to behold on the hill is the Arun River. Arun is a crystal clear river where crabs and some other aquatic creatures are found. A swim in the middle of the river gives a mysterious, frightening and bustling experience.
This is Arun River. Arun, just to a kind of thing that happened to be a kind of something that is somehow therapeutic. Now, when you take something of such, and it happened to be the source of their water in those days. Whenever they draw from here, they fish from it, take it to the village and some other thing, whether for domestic use or anything. This is where they actually get their water from in those days, and it's medicinal, it's therapeutic. Actually, the source of the water is from the rock. Are you getting me now? You know, you can see where it's cloudy now.
Yeah.
That is one they call Orosun rock. And the one you are looking up to now, that is what they call Ahahahi.
Oh, this where that has the food.
Yeah. Behind it.
Behind it.
Are you getting me now? There's a clear place now from during the dry season now. There's a way you now have access to the other side of it. This is the road that will lead to that side. When you'll be walking before you get to the foot of the rock. When you get to the foot of the rock, you will climb it before you now descend to the other side of it. Yeah. Ahahahi is a particular rock you need to climb before you can have access to Agbogun footprint.
Okay.
That Agbogun footprint Agbogun happened to be the name of the first king of this particular environment. Are you getting me now? And they just try to name that particular fruit after that Agbogun. You know, he happened to be a strong man and he's a king. And that particular footprint, that is what they normally use to detect witch and wizard in those days. Whenever there's a problem within the community, they will move everybody down to that side just to be putting their leg one after the other. If you put your leg, it doesn't size it, automatically such person is a witch. But if you put your leg and it sizes, you have no problem.
Cultural features like their gods and traditional arts are also present on the hill. In the past, the people of Idanre offered sacrifices for protection against invaders and appeased them annually.
We are in another historical environment now. Just to tell you that what is another chief house, and there are some certain things you are not allowed to do here. This is Chief Lawrence's house. That is the name of the chief the title given to him. And whenever he's around now, you cannot when they open that door, you cannot go in there with your clothes. When you are passing here, you cannot have an handshake with anybody. And thirdly, when you carry any load on your head, you must hold it with your 2 hands. Just to tell you that there are some certain things they still come up here to observe. During the Orosun festival, there are some certain rites they will perform inside there. During the maybe in form of coronation of a thing or some other rite, as far as this topic is concerned, there are some certain rites they will still go inside there to observe. Are you getting me now? You can really see now. You can see the demarcation now. Just to tell you that this environment is not accessible to any tourist.
So nobody can climb there?
No, actually, you can't do that. Are you getting me now? And directly to this side now,
yes.
We are going to the Haitian Palace.
But one is allowed to pass here?
We are going directly.
To the Haitian Palace?
Yes, ma'am.
Unknowingly to the team, the journey only just began, as we had to go through flooded, slippery paths to get to the palace with the rain pouring down heavily.
This is the Haitian Palace, as you can see now, the signpost. No, we have there are 3 exit routes here. I mean the normal road that someone can use to have access to the Haitian Palace. Okay. This is the frontage, the front view of the Haitian Palace. The first one are for the queens, the main Oloris. You know they call it Olori in Yoruba land. Olori, that queens. And the middle one is for the king himself. Yeah. And the last one happens to be the general route. That's where we are going through.
Commoners and villagers.
Yeah, we are going through that place now. We are going
so
through this
no
place.
one except the king is supposed to pass here?
Good and fine.
No one except the queens?
Except the queens.
Are supposed to pass
Yeah, pass
okay,
that
so
place.
We are
going through this place now. Yeah, to have access to the Haitian Palace. We're inside the Haitian Palace now. Over here, this happens to be the office of the palace assistants. Whenever you want to have an audience with the king, you actually book your appointment here. They will allow you before they will allow you to go in there. Yeah, we're going in there now. This is the road that enclosed the Haitian Palace, just to form a kind of a defensive fence around the Haitian Palace. You cannot easily get into the palace without making use of that entrance to have access to this place. Actually they decided to build the palace
here.
Inside this particular is the rock that enclosed the Haitian Palace.
It's fine. It's beautiful, man.
This is the Haitian Palace.
Wow.
The existence of this palace is over 800 years ago.
Wow.
I told you that Idanre people have already spent over 700 years up here.
Yes.
Before they now move down to that present location. You know, moving down to that present location is just 88, running to 89 years ago now. Anybody that happen to be like 90 years, 100 years, like one that will be born and brought up here before they move down. Are you getting me now? And when you see this palace, this is the palace they make use of when they actually settle down here in those days for several years. And as you can see around now, you know, you can see some creativities. There are one that stand for antifas. There's one, you know, this one stand for hunters. You can see now the way he hold the gun. These are the people in charge of palace security. You can really see it's very sitting as in standing closer to the throne. And directly you can see the throne inside there, as in there. That's where the king normally sits on whenever he wants to any program going on within a palace. The rest one they normally use there to beautify the ancient palace. That's actually what we can actually find around the ancient palace. Look directly under there, you will see there are some skulls. Let's approach it. So the fact that there was nothing like how they can be able to come up with how they can ascertain the numbers of years the very king spends on the throne in those days.
Yes.
You know, they normally used to know the months, as in the days of in a month, through the moon set. The moment the moon set, they really know they are in another month in those days. That's why you can see that when in those days, there's no way they can get a calendar. But now, you know, you can easily have access to a calendar now. But in those days, this is what they use to know the numbers of years their king spends on the throne. When you bed down now, you take a look of it now, you see there are some scores there.
Yes.
That is what Idanre people call calendering scores.
Calendering scores.
Yes. That scores, now I know whenever they install their king, for example, they install a king now, in this year, that very year they will start afresh.
Wow.
The following year they will do the same thing. till that very king joined his ancestors. The moment the king joined his ancestors, they will now pack everything out.
Pack it away.
They'll pack it out and count it one after the other. If it is 100 score that is being counted there, that shows the king has already spent 100 years on the throne. Because one score represents a year, one after the other.
So annually.
Annually, yeah. And the moment they remove that one away from there, whenever they install another king again, they will start afresh, just to know the numbers
so
of
it
years.
still goes on till today.
It has turned to, as it has become the tradition of the environment. That's why they are still observing it. Are you getting me now? Good. The ones they under there now are for the present king. No, I told you they still come over here for some certain things.
Yes.
Good.
Coming down what is said to be 3,000 feet above sea level and 682 steps to be precise, not even calculating the times I had to walk in the water or in the midst of the forest. It was an amazing time here today, not only amazing and intriguing and adventurous time here on Idanre Hills. I saw for my very self what has been existing for over 800 years. I saw the ancient palace, the old primary school, the Hill Chaplet, and so just to mention a few. And it was really an amazing time today. So I can only describe Idanre Hills in one word. It is the beauty of God's creation. And I hope you had an amazing time with me on today's episode of A Day in Your Neighborhood. Thank you for watching, and I am Tioma Chukwuma. God bless you.
In your neighborhood.